Chapter 2. As I tied the bucket to the rope and let it descend, Emily walked towards me and shouted, "Hey Mike, how are you?" I hesitated to answer and concluded I shouldn't. Instead, I looked down toward the well to ensure the bucket was filled with water and began to pull on the rope. Emily was very outgoing and cheerful, and although everyone from the town was similar in that social sense, I felt a sense of discomfort around them. Emily, once again in a louder voice, thinking maybe I didn't hear her, exclaimed, "Mike, you okay there? You hear me?" I continued to pull the bucket toward me, ignoring Emily in hopes of her leaving me alone. I was never really a social person, which made it difficult for me since everyone else was extremely communal. Instead of trying to adapt, I preferred to avoid others as much as possible. Nevertheless, everyone tried to include me, invite, and talk to me out of the strict social value of community and their kindness overall. Regardless, I had no concern then for what I felt was their pity. I felt alone in the midst of a perfect community, something amiss. Emily walked closer to me, leaned over with her hands on her waist, and stared, waiting for me to turn. I finally turned, and, rather than reacting in a startled manner or acknowledging her presence, I dismissed her and treated her as if she didn't exist. I grabbed the bucket, poured some water on my body, drank some, and stood up, still pretending Emily was gone. I really don't know why I couldn't be any nicer to her. Emily saw that I was getting up to leave, and finally she grabbed my arm and said, "Mike, I'm talking to you. You know that, right?" Without a care, I responded, "I didn't see you." Emily let out a deep sigh and now, slightly frustrated, "You always do this. I really don't understand why. Can you be normal for once? This game isn't fun." "You're fine. Why do you always do this?" "Do what?" "Why are you always exaggerating every situation?" "How am I exaggerating?" I knew it. "Let me speak." "I ignored you, yes, but why do you feel the need to make such a fuss about it? You came and forced me to acknowledge your presence. There was no need to become frustrated and start scolding me for playing a game. I don't think this is fun. It's no game to me. If I ignored you, you should assume it means that I do not want to talk to you. I ignore you for a reason. Seems like a basic level of social awareness to me. That's your problem, always assuming. If you just analyze others, come to your own deductive conclusions without ever talking or asking, you will never be sure. I am sure. That's what you think, always thinking. Why can't you townspeople just leave me alone? I am perfectly fine on my own. You are a townsperson. You're one of us. Why can't you just join us? How many times will we have this conversation? I'm not in the mood to explain myself. Just let me be. The world won't end if one person doesn't want to be part of the town. You really don't understand. That's precisely the problem. What? You're right. The world's not ending. We are beyond that. We fixed it. Everything is fine now. No need to worry. But you just don't get it. And what now? You think so much it leads to isolation. You must live at some point. You're stuck in the world of your thoughts. You think you're free when you're truly bound. Time is limited. You know that, right? Maybe the world won't end anymore, but your life still can. You don't know anything, do you? Have you ever considered that this world can still end? No, we are past that now. And by the way, I'm not dying anytime soon. And how can you be sure of it? I just am. No more questions. Please just come to town. Just dinner and some conversation. You know, there are plenty of people who would like to entertain an introspective and philosophical conversation with you. You aren't the only one who thinks. Maybe. No, I'm certain. Maybe. Okay, well, maybe you can invite me over to your home. No. It was worth a try. It wasn't. Let's not start. Bye. Be safe. We're here. Thanks.